Hi, I'm Waceke Nduati, founder of Centonomy, and welcome back to the conversations we've been having about our 10-year journey. It has just been a complete privilege to share what has happened, what we're still going through with you, and thank you so much for those who've subscribed, those who've been watching, those who've been commenting. It continues to just add so much flavor to this conversation, so thank you very much. So today I want to talk about something and just ask you a question. Will you roll over and die? As we've been talking about what has happened over the last 10 years, my colleague Wendy came to me and asked me, Sheka, do you remember that time you came to the office and asked us, will you roll over and die? And it really woke us up. And I was like, wow, I had forgotten it. But this is what happened. And I think so many people who are in business can relate to this. It was, you've not met targets, and not even targets. You're barely surviving. Paying salaries is a problem. We had even discovered some issues with tax that we had to start sorting out. People were demotivated, some were leaving. It was just a hard time. And I think so many businesses right now can relate to it's just a hard time. And so this is not one of those things where I tell you 10 steps to get yourself out of it. It's where I talk about a mentality. And I came to the office feeling disheartened, just as disheartened as my team. Feeling that morning I could not even get out of bed. Having so many mornings where you're like, I actually can't get out of bed. In fact, let me go, wear my pajamas, close the curtains. And I know so many entrepreneurs have those moments where you can't get out of bed. It was one of those seasons because you can't see the light. And I came to the office and just something struck me and I asked everybody there, will you roll over and die? And the answer was no. Let me tell you what is so powerful about a decision that the answer is going to be no. It starts putting in your head, then if the answer is no, then let's stop talking about how bad it is. Let's start talking about what we can do. So we embarked on this journey of let's talk to our customers more. Let's see how we can innovate as a team. What can we do? I as an entrepreneur, you understood the value of a team. So with your team, it's not about hiding when things are not bad, but it's about bringing people in and together finding a solution. But in a nutshell, it just put us in the frame of mind. If the answer is no, then what? So if you're in that phase where you're feeling, I could roll over and die, if your answer is yes, okay. But if your answer is actually no, I've come too far, what is in my heart is too big, then ask yourself, what is next? And I think I'm gonna do this in 3 parts, this roll over and die, and really dig deep into what did we do before that made the answer no, and what have we done after the decision. But I'll just tell you a story. When I started Centonomy, I was in the worst financial place in my life. In fact, when I started doing individual financial plans for people, I was feeling like an imposter because, that morning I was looking at the fuel in my car and wondering whether that fuel will really get me to where I need to go for the consultation, and I hope they pay me in cash. So the irony of the situation is that I was helping people plan their finances, but I was in the worst possible situation in my life. And I didn't pretend, but I guess because it is because of my mistakes, I was able to help them. But I also understood something that is so fundamental about life. Your circumstances do not define you. So that remembering that and going back to the muscle that started being built as a result of that really ensured that the answer to that roll over and die was no. So I'm just here to tell you, and as I talk about 10 years of Centonomy, I'm here as a testimony to say your circumstances and what you can do or where you are going have nothing to do with each other. All you have to do is in your mind decide that the answer to will I roll over and die is no. So if you have decided that, welcome on board, and I'm looking forward to your comments. I'm looking forward to you telling me what your situation is so that we can talk about those of us who've decided not to roll over and die. What can we do? How should we think? What should we look out for? So do not roll over and die. You have much more to give and to do than what you can actually see. Thank you, and subscribe, and we'll see you in Roll Over and Die Part 2 next time.